Captain Simbongile Njokwe and stand-in Captain Natasha De Almeida. Good evening and welcome to Sports Live.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Simbo, you guys have a very impressive record when it comes to the Varsity Cup. You've won it 3 times in 5 years. What would you attribute that success to?
Firstly, evening to the listeners and to the viewers. You know, to be honest, I think it has to do with the structure from Tuks Football, the management as well as the technical team. You know, they believe in us as players to give 100%. Whatever you do, just make sure it is give 100%, and the support they give us, and yeah, just being able to work together as a team and be united. I think one of the strongest things that made us win tournament is just fighting for each other and being able to be united, you know, both male and female teams. So we try to be family oriented as a Tuks football team.
Speaking about also the female side of things, this is when I will engage Natasha. Unfortunately, you guys don't have as much success with this tournament as your counterparts. Why would you think, or what do you think that's the case?
I suppose it's just quite a really competitive tournament. All the ladies teams are very, very competitive, and there's lots of talent around South Africa for the women's football teams. So it's all about preparation, and we're trying very hard to be ready for this tournament this year.
So now that you're talking about getting ready for this tournament this year, and you know how tough it gets, what would you say are the most one of those teams that you most scared of, or they're the most competitive teams that you know every time when you go and play against those ones, you really know that you need to get your house in order?
Well, looking at the past tournament, we had a tournament on the 2nd of July, the Youth Club Championships. The winners of the tournament was the University of Johannesburg, and they're a very competitive team, as well as TUT, which is Tshwane University of Technology. So we're looking to try and do our best against those teams, as well as University of the Western Cape.
Simbo, of course, every other university that you guys will be playing against, they will be going guns blazing against you guys. I mean, because obviously everyone wants to beat the winners. How do you guys keep ahead of the pack?
You know, something that will always be enemy to us as a team is being complacent. You know, we need to make sure whatever you do, just give 100%. Because now, as you've been watching World Cup, you remember Germany, they won World Cup. So now coming back, everyone, you know, they wanted to make sure they fight against Germany, they will give 100%. So us as a team, we just need to make sure we prepare ourselves and don't say we've won it before. That does not mean you can win it again. So forget about the history. Let's just focus and just do our best.
I just don't know about Germany though, because I don't think they even came to the party at this World Cup. But that's a story for another day. Natasha, let's talk about the movement of players. You know, it's pre-seasons. Professional teams are from time to time trying to poach as much players as they can from you know, the varsity leagues and the likes. How is this affecting your team, if at all?
It's not really affecting our team that much, but we did get a few really great players into our team this year from different universities, for example from UWC. So we've got a lot of talent in our team. So at the moment, that's not something that we are worrying about.
Sambo, probably on your side then it's a different ball game altogether, because season in, season out, we see young players coming from the varsity leagues, making it through to the professional leagues. So how is that affecting your team and how you've been preparing for this tournament? Are there any players that have left the team, or are the players that you guys have got in order to beef up the team for the tournament?
Yes, we've lost few key players. For example, 2 top strikers. One of them was Oda Maka, who was the top goal scorer last season because of age, as well as Frank Impedi because of age, and our captain Lawrence Tswana is also a captain. Our 2 goalkeepers and right back and left back as well. So we lost a lot of players, but then what is helping us is we have SAP League. So that league is a league that is played by University of Pretoria students. So all of us, we played that league. And from that, we just from SAP League straight to Varsity Cup. So we use that as a preparation for Varsity Cup. So the challenge of being players moving in and out is not really a chance, because we've been playing together throughout the year. So just a matter of leaving SAP and going to Varsity tournament.
Now let's talk about the game time, the competitiveness of the women's football in South Africa. How would you describe that at this point in time?
I'd say it's incredibly competitive. Like I said, there's a lot of talent in South Africa when it comes to football, like women's football players. So yeah, we have 60 minutes on the match for Varsity Cup. So it's a lot of a very little time to get all the goals and everything. It's just a lot of competition, so it's quite a tough.
The mood in the camp, how would you describe it with just a few days before the actual tournament kicks off?
We're getting ready and we're preparing and we're very excited to even be competing in this scale of a tournament. So at the moment we're just very excited to be playing.
Sambo, are there any injuries that might probably be affecting the team? Because I know it's pre-season, everyone is giving it their best, everyone wants to be in that starting lineup. Are there any injury concerns?
Yeah, look, man, in sport, we always have injuries, and hence why we have 25-man squad, Even in the team, we have a few knocks from certain players, but I believe they're getting ready for the tournament, As much as, some of the key players, they have injuries, but actually, I think most of them will be back by next week, so, I think we should be ready for the first game. Your
first game is against TUT, away from home. How do you feel about that?
Yes, actually playing home.
Yes.
We're playing home. To be honest, it's one of the best games that I enjoy playing because they are neighborhood. It's like a derby. It's a TUT against Tuks, same as Chiefs and Pirates. So one doesn't get any more motivation from the coach. Get motivated from yourself because this means a lot. There's a lot at stake. So I'm just looking forward to that day.
Guys, all the best. I'm sure we'll get to chat to you guys sometime when the tournament is almost wrapped up. And of course, that's how we come to the end of Sports Live this evening. My name is Marum.